Oh, hello. I'm on my way to North Wales and it is piddling it down outside, but I'm quite excited. I'm excited to be going out. I'm actually on my own. It's just me and the Z bus, and I want to try and find a name for my van. Anyone's got any suggestions for a name for my van, drop it in the comments for me. I'm thinking maybe something beginning with Z, because, you know, triple Z and all that. So yeah, looking for a name for the Z bus, but I'm out in the bus and I'm heading into North Wales. I'm heading towards Lly Dinas. Now, I've been there several times before. You've seen videos of me from there if you've been following me for a while. But my plan is tomorrow I'm going to get up at 3:30 in the morning. I'm going up for sunrise. Whether it's raining or not, I am going to get up, I'm going to go for a walk, and I'm just going to have a bit of a chill weekend, walking on my own. I'm going to take some music in my ears, and I'm going to go up to the top of the hill, hopefully get a sunrise. Now, the Clear Outside app has actually told me that it's going to be turning clear around sunrise time, so we should be getting a bit of light rather than just rain. And there's also been a little bit of promise on the old Clear Outside, a bit of low-lying fog even. So it could be an absolute peach. But, you know, it's the good old British weather or the Welsh weather, and you're going to get what you're given. And at the moment, it's very grey, it's very wet, and it's going sideways across the sky. So I will see you probably when I get to where I'm going, and I'll just show you where I am. And yeah, next time I'll probably see you at 3 o'clock in the morning. See you in a bit. Driving up through Bittersweet. Everything's looking so green because the rain's on all these pine trees and green leaves and everything. Everything's looking really, really lush. I don't suppose I'm going to get any of that at 3:30, 4 o'clock in the morning, because it's going to be pretty dark. But yeah, even if this rain stays in, I'm going to be looking for some nice lush green photographs, I think, because it's very, very green. We've just turned July. I think it's the 1st of July today. So yeah, we are into the summer, and everything's nice and vibrant. So I think that's going to be a bit of a plan. See if we can find some nice lush colour photographs in amongst the horrible grey sky, if that's what I've got to play with. And you know me, I will make the most of whatever weather conditions I'm out in. And I did know it was going to be wet on and off, and I'm really not bothered. I'm actually totally, like I said, totally looking forward to being out in the rain. I'm going to put my rain gear on and just enjoy the smell and the sound of the rain pattering against my head and splatting on my glasses. So yeah, but I've just wanted to say it's looking really lush, really, really lush. So I'm here. I'm on the lay-by next to the side of the road. I'll put a pin up next to us so I can tell you pretty much where I've parked for this walk. Now, from this location, where I'm going is I'm going to go across the bridge on the side of the Llyn. Then I'm going to go up the hill, and I'm going to go up that direction behind me. I've been up to quite a high level before, and I just want to go up and over the top. My plan is go up over the top, go down into Bedgellet, and come back along the sort of the road, the river, sort of on the ground level. So that's my plan for tomorrow morning. It's about 5 kilometres, 4.8 something kilometres. Yeah, I'm just going to plod along and take both my walking sticks, have a bit of a walk, go for a walk, and see how I get on. It is absolutely leathering it down at the moment. It's proper thick, heavy drops of rain, and it's quite windy. But where I am is sheltered. I've got big rock side this side, and I've got a big hillside that side, so I'm pretty sheltered. There's not a lot of wind on me. If it does get a bit windy because I'm on a bit of an open area, I'm going to go and park underneath the trees. Always a safe place under the trees in the wind, isn't it? So yeah, that's my plan, and I'll see you in the morning. Bright and early, make sure you're with it. Get yourself a cup of tea ready, because it's going to be a long video, and I don't care. I'm going to take you with me and just enjoy the morning, or make the most of my morning. 3:30 I'm going to get up. I'll see you at 4. Ciao. So here we are. It's about 3:45, and yeah, it's raining. Of course it's raining. I said it was going to be raining, didn't I? But yeah, on and off, it's pretty big showers, and other than that, it's not. I don't know what I'm saying, it's too early. I'm going to get for a walk, I'm going to get myself ready. I've got my coat on, I've just got outside the van. This could be interesting, or it could be extremely wet. Who knows? See you in a bit. Okay, so we're off. And like I say, the rain is coming and going. Head torch is on. And I know where I'm going for the first part, so it's not too bad. And I'm quite looking forward to getting out in the rain. It just, sometimes it makes it a little bit harder because you've obviously got all your waterproofs on and a head torch and stuff like that. So it makes it harder to get out in these conditions, but on the other hand, it's nice as well. It's nice to feel the freshness. Now, this is where the old Olight torches come in hand. I've got one on my head, which is the Array 2 on my head, and I've got the Warrior 2 in my hand. So, oh, you've got a spot of rain on you. So I've got plenty of light to find my way around and just try and avoid the biggest of puddles if we can. Bollocks, and excuse my French. What? Oh, I'm so wound up now. I've come, I don't know, 30 foot into the little woodland where the pathway is, and the pathway is completely underwater. We must have had so much rain, and I cannot get past the water. I can't go through it because it's at least a foot deep. And I just walked onto the edge, you know, like round the trees, and I'm right next to a wall here. It's not a wall, it's a frigging mountain, and I can't get through. I can't walk through it. I cannot get through, which means I can't go. I'm so wound up now. I just can't get through that at all. You probably can't see it on the camera, but that's the pathway there underneath that water, and it goes all the way up. It's at least 20-30 foot that way, and it's a good foot and a half, maybe even 2 foot deep, and I can't get through it. Oh, frig. Damn. So it looks like I'm gonna have to try and think of another plan. Stand under this tree for a minute, at least it keeps a bit of shelter off me. Yeah, that's see that little bit of grass there, that's the edge of the lake, and it's now up here. Let's see what happens if I can make another plan. Damn. So what was my plan? Yeah, right. So I came back to the van and had another kip. It's now 8 o'clock, so I've had another couple of hours in bed. I've got no idea what to do now because I had this plan fixed in my head, and I hadn't really thought of another one. I have another plan for tomorrow. The idea for tomorrow or this evening was to do a video on lone trees in Snowdonia, but because of that water level, one of the trees I can't get to, so it seems pointless to do that as well. So I don't really know what to do with myself. It's definitely brightened up out there. I've got the door open a little bit, and yeah, it's stopped raining at the moment, so I'm gonna have to make a plan and go somewhere, because I want to go for a walk and I wanted a bit of an adventure, so I just don't know. The only option I have got is, do I put my wellies on and go for a walk in my wellies and see how I get on with that? Now there's an option. Anyway, any moment now you'll find out what I'm doing, because at the moment I haven't a clue. I just don't know. Okay, we're out the van. Let's try this a second time. I've got me wellies on. I'm just heading towards the area where the water was. Now, there's been a lot of water. The waterfall over there, I could hear it this morning. The waterfall over that side is absolutely raging. Absolutely raging. And look at this water. This is the problem I had this morning. Are you ready? So the wellies are on, and I'm now going to try and make my way through this. Oh wow, this is really, really deep. I'm going to stay to the edge and just keep moving forward best I can. But this next bit looks like it's going to get a little bit close to the top of the wellies, and I'm not going over my wellies. Oh, I need a walking stick. Let me get my stick ready. That was deep. So I was using the bottom of my stick. So with that first line, I thought if it goes above that first line, that's about the edge of the top of my boots. So I had to gauge it with that. Oh, and we've got another one here. God, I hope it doesn't rain anymore today, otherwise I'm going to have to swim back. So let's get through this one. This one doesn't look as deep. So again, I'm going to use the bottom of my stick to gauge the depth of the water. But my God, there's a lot of water here. Oh, here we go again. There's a lot of water going down that stream. So this was kind of my plan. So we've got up there, we've got Beggallett, 2.8 kilometres that direction, which is just over a mile, isn't it really? So that's the route back from where I was thinking of going. That's the route back. So I'm heading this direction and I'm going to go up onto the top of the hills, and I'm going to see how I get on with wearing my wellies, because the wellies are heavy, and yeah, it just depends how well I get on with walking with them, because obviously I've got to go up over the top. I'd like to get up there anyway and go and have a look, but my goodness, oh God, the water's up over the top of the path here. I don't even know if I can get there. Oh, this isn't going well. This is deep as well. Oh God, it's I've never seen so much water. Never seen so much water. I tell you what would be interesting though, if I can find the lone tree, because I bet that's right out into the edge of the water. Oh, I may change my plans if I can just get round this edge. There's a canoeist, I could ask him. Damn. Right, I'm going up. Right, I've got through all the water. I tell a lie, I've got through all the water, but look at the pathway. Good job I've got the wellies on. This is the pathway, and this looks like a river at the moment. So I do like an adventure. I did want an adventure. This was what I wanted. I wanted an adventure. I wanted something a little bit different this morning, and I've definitely got it. Oh my goodness, look at this pathway. I'm gonna have to keep my wits about me today, because this is possibly going to get slippy. But hey ho. So I'm nearly at the top, well, nearly at the top of the first section. I'm absolutely melting. I've had to take my coat off because it's really warm, and of course you're working at it, so you get even warmer.
but you're getting light up over Snowdon. That's actually Snowdon up there, just in that bit of cloud, and you're getting light just like it is at the moment, just rubbing across the top of the mountain. Whew. You nearly fell off the post then. So yeah, it should be all right. The path's dried out a bit now, but whew, yeah, getting some nice views. And I know I've been here before. I struggle to find new locations, and a lot of people do a lot of scouting and hunting and looking and searching for places they can go, pathways off the beaten track, different interesting locations that people haven't been to. I don't get the time. I've got a full-time job, as the older of you know, and if you didn't know, I've got a full-time job between 8 and 5. I work in a factory, for want of a better word, manufacturing. So I don't get the time in a day to search and look and hunt, and then when I come home in the evenings, I'm editing videos for you guys. So I don't get a lot of time to hunt and explore in the evenings either. And then when the weekends come, guess what? I'm out doing this again. So I don't get a lot of time at the weekends. So if you know of any good walks where I might enjoy a walk, if you can send me a OS map or a location pin with a route, anything like that, please do. I am so grateful to anyone that points out stuff and gives me ideas and locations, because that is the one thing I struggle with. My mental ability to store information is full to the brim. My hard drive, or soft drive as it probably is massively overloaded, and I just don't have the memory capacity to fill it up anymore and to put new stuff in. So please send me them, and I will try and I'll make notes, and I take pins and things like that and keep them on my phone. But the problem is, when I come to think about where I go, I've got too many and I don't know what to do with them. So I am a big struggle, but this is where I wanted to be today. The wellies are working, but they are very heavy on foot, and there is a thing, something about so many pounds or so many ounces on your feet equals so many kilos on your back, and I think that's true, because I am exhausted, even though it's been all uphill. But it's going to level out in a minute and I can start enjoying the views, and I might even get the camera out. Oh, look at that, Snowdon's just appeared from the top. Wow. Anyone that's up there this morning is getting an absolutely mega view. So yeah, let's go up the top and get the camera out. Let's take a picture and maybe have a few jelly babies. So I think I found my first composition, and as I said before, I've got these new earplugs. I set them in the other ones and I've just put them on, and I haven't got a signal to get my Spotify, but I've got some music on my phone. It's just made the enjoyment a little bit nicer now. I've got a little bit of background music as I'm walking up. But look at this, we've got some pink heather out. Isn't it nice to have some pinks? I've just taken a phone shot without the tarn in it, without the chlin in it, and I've got Snowdon in the background and that, so I might just take the camera out, possibly a handheld shot, and I'm going to walk you to the edge. I've taken the shot before, it's a bit of a classic, quite nice, looking down over Lly Dinas and Snowdonia in the background, or Snowdon in the background. So I'll move up forward and see if I can get some pinks a little bit. But I like this because you've got this leading line of the high pastel grasses coming across the image, and then Snowdon in the background, just with a kissing of clouds rippling over the top and the little patches of light. So I'll get a quick one of this. It's only a bit of a snapshot, but I want to take one anyway. And then I'm going. My plan is, I'll tell you my plan. The plan is, if you can see that footpath there, I'm just going to carry on up that footpath. Now I've been up onto that crag there, and again I'm going to go up onto that crag and have a little look, because it's a really nice drop off the other side and a great view back this direction. And I want to carry on up. I want to see if I can get up and down, and like I say, come back round the other path. It's an extremely interesting bit of landscape today, with lots of moody clouds. So I'm quite excited to see what appears, what comes up. But the heather's a treat that's inspired me to take a picture, and that's what I'm going to do. How's that for a view then, eh? How is that for a view? That's Lly Dinas down in the bottom there. I'll put a pin up on the top for you so you can have a look and see where it is. Well worth coming up here. In fact, I'll put a pin for where I'm standing so you can see where it is. It's not a bad little track. It only takes you half hour to walk up, if that. If you're quite fit, it'll probably take you 10 minutes. as long as there's no water down the bottom. I can actually see where the water's cut off, and when I look down the far end of the Glyn, it's going right up onto the field. Really has gone a long way up. It's really deep at the moment. Very impressed. I was talking to the canoeist when I was down there, and he said that if the tide's in right back up near the sea, obviously it will back up the water a bit, so it stops the water from flowing out as much. But yeah, it's pretty full. Snowdon's looking pretty tremendous. That's not my saying, is it? That belongs to Gavin. Sorry, Gavin. the Snowdon's looking pretty cool. So I've just taken a bit of a classic shot, nice leading line from the bottom of the corner, bottom left hand corner. The Glyn's leading you through and Snowdon's at the background with some dappled light up on the hills. So I've did that, and I've also did a heather shot. So I'm not going to waste any time here because the heather's not big enough in this bottom area here for me to fill it up and get all the pinks in. I don't think I'm going to get anything more specialer than what I've already got. So I'm going to move on up, head on up to the crag up that way, see what I can find up there, and see if I can get another shot and try and find a patch of heather or something to fill my foreground, because that's what I like to do, put something in the foreground to make it all work. So I'll see you up there. These earbuds are pretty good. They've got a thing for ambient sound, so when I talk, obviously they go up and down and turn the volume down while I'm talking, which is pretty good because then you can talk to people when you've got them in. Now, I'm not sponsored by these, Samsung, if you're listening, description. Yeah, I'm not sponsored by these. These are just, I bought these myself. Makes a change, I know. I can hear you all saying, wow, bought something. But the river, there's a river running down the side of me, or a stream. And because it's got this amplifying effect, I can actually hold my hand on the side, keep my finger on it, and it turns it off. And what it does is it makes it silent, so you're hearing the earbuds. But if I keep my finger on it again, it turns it back on again, and it gives me the ambient sound. So it actually amplifies sounds from the outside, so I can hear the river, and I can hear the sound and my sticks on the ground. Pretty good, quite like them. Much fun. This isn't bad, it's quite nice. We've got this little old, whatever it is, a sheep's fold, or whether it's something to do with a slate at some point, because there's definitely some sort of slate remains or rock remains up here. So this is quite nice, and again you've got these pink heathers in the foreground and Snowdonia up there in the background. So I've had another handheld shot of that. There's lights plenty good enough for handheld shot. It looks pretty stunning up there actually. That looks pretty cool. Not sure if it's worth a shot though, but it looks really nice. Maybe when I get up a little bit higher, I'll give it a go. But yeah, this one should be okay. It should work fine with these nice pinks in the foreground. So we get a few shots as we go. What about this for a view then, eh? I'm up on the top of that crag now. We started off, let me try and work out where we were. We started off down on the lower hill down there, and we've made our way up the pathway and come up around the back of this crag behind me, and now we're looking down over the valley. It's pretty cool. I love these heights. I love being up high, and the van, old Z bus or whatever you want to call her, Zoe keeps coming to mind. Zoe the Z bus. She's down in a little bunch of trees down there, just on the bend before the Glyn. So yeah, the river's pretty big down. You can see the river's pretty raging down there. So that's my route back. Hopefully, I'm going to keep going across the top here. There's a signpost just over yonder, just there, telling me to Bedgellet. So go down to Bedgellet and I make my way all the way back along the bottom, underneath the bottom of this cliff. But yeah, the view up here is fan-dabby-dozy, and the light as well. We've got light coming out in different places. We've got patches of light up over there, which is catching. You've got a massive waterfall coming down from the top of that one, wherever that is over there, and then it goes right up through the Snowdonia range, and you can go all the way up towards like Bittersweet and up round that range up round there. Mole Shabod, I think that is on this side. Let's say Snowdon, and then we've got Bedgellet down that way, and that's pretty nice. That's a nice range up there as well. I'm not quite sure what that range is. I'm not very good with work, places like that. I need to learn them, but again, like I said, my head's full up and I won't remember even if I do look them up. But I think I've got a signal, so I better text Mrs. C and let her know I'm okay, because I haven't spoke to her since, well, before I got to Snowdon, to be honest, because I lost signal. So I'll check in a little while, get myself a shot up here, and then move on. I'm going to use these rocks as foreground, maybe just go on the edge slightly and get a bit more of a lead in line going that way, and then I'm just going to go up to that top bit there and use this fence coming right the way down and get a shot like that, and I'll put them up on screen for you, and yeah, keep moving forward. I'd like to see what's over that other side. You never know, might be able to see from up there. Might be able to see the sea from up there. Just spoken to Mrs. C. She phoned me. She said she's not had a signal be able to get hold of me all weekend, and she just wanted to check in and make sure I hadn't fallen off a cliff, which is not a bad thing, to be honest. Just found an absolute banger of a shot, absolute banger. Look at this little mini tiny weeny bit of a puddle, and it's a perfect shape for a leading line from left to right in front of Snowdon. Snowdon's very dark and moody over there in the background. You had a little bit of light here on the cliff in front of us, on the mountain in front, and this tarn is just perfect for that, perfect foreground and leading. That is definitely the shot of the morning so far. Very, very pleased with that one, and it's only because I saw the signpost which is up there, and I thought I'm just going to come this way first to have a look over the ridge behind me, up over there, and I come across this, and it's beautiful. There's a little bit of cotton grass as well over there, which is quite nice, and a tiny little bit of pink every so often. So an absolute peach of a shot. Really, really like that. Very, very nice. I think that's going to be a corker. Over the ridge the other direction, heading down to whichever the one this is. It was on that signpost. And I did say that if I come over the ridge I could see the sea. Look at that, that's the sea. Let me zoom you in over there. Zoom you in. You get a bit of light on the side. There you go, you can see the sea right down there in the background. So yeah, definitely thought I could, and I can. Now, I've just been talking to some people up there, and they said this route is a really nice route, and there's some old pylons. And again, you can see the pylons roughly from where I am, but I don't know whether to go this way or the way I decided originally. I think probably my original direction, because I know it's a couple of miles back round that way, and this way I've got a 3-mile walk from Bedgellet to get to Bedgellet once I get down into this village down here. So I don't want to do that extra bit today. I think another day I'll come this way and go down and walk all the way along. And he did say the river's really high. I'm not too worried I've got my wellies on, but he said you've got to make your way through the path and cut your way through. And on my own, I'm not really sure I want to do that. I think I'd wait until I'm with somebody else and we'll make our way around. But I know the river down there is a beautiful river, so we'll do that another time. But yeah, you can see the pylons down in the bottom. I'm going to head back up through the gate, I think, and head down the route I was doing the first place. And then yeah, I'll check in with you once I find something else to photograph. But yeah, that'll be definitely another one for another adventure, another day. Yeah, bring someone with me though. So we've got to make our way down now. It's a bit windier over this side, and it's going to start with a bit of a craggy climb down. So I've just got to make my way down this little craggy ridge and then make my way down into the valley down there. Looks pretty good. I just need to get going first and get off this steep bit. The weather's coming in a bit, but yeah, make my way all the way down. Looks like follow that path down, right the way down to the river and then back along. So I'll see you. If I see another picture, I'm going to pull up and stop and see what I can get. I may even just go grab a quick shot of this because this looks pretty three-dimensional from here, and I quite like it. So I might just take a quick hand snap and yeah, see you a bit further down the hill. Not sure this is the way down. Be bloody careful there, wouldn't you? Crikey. That was a steep one. That's probably the path down. We missed that. interesting descent. Just come down through this path. It doesn't even look like a path from here. It's a bit overgrown. It looks like I've been following the river for the last 10 or 15 minutes. But yeah, we're going down, we're heading down. I'm nearly at the copper mine. I've never been to the copper mine. I don't actually know what's in there, but if there's a little gift shop or something, or a little place to pull in and have a nose, I might just stick my head in and have a little quick look on the way back down. But yeah, camera's put away now. It's extremely warm in this undergrowth because there's no wind getting to me now. But we are on our way down. We're a good 2/3 on the way down now. Whew, check in a bit once we get down a bit lower.
Under the ice, cutting like files, have left deep scratches on many rocks in this area. As the climate became warmer at the end of the Ice Age, the glaciers retreated. Vegetation began to grow, and animals such as hyena, bear, and of course wolves began to inhabit the valleys. Immediately opposite this viewpoint lies Craig Wen, and to its right, Yr Aran, rising to 747 metres at its peak. Snowdon, Yr Wyddfa, the highest mountain in Wales, lies between and behind the valley formed by the peaks Yr Aran and Llywedd. Moel Siabod, at 872 metres high, can be seen to the extreme right-hand side of this breathtaking panoramic view. The peaks that surround you are the home of many tales of mystery and legend. One concerns Dinas Emrys, the island of dome-shaped rock situated in the shadow of Craig Wen, and was once the site of an ancient hill fort. The legend concerns King Arthur and the great wizard Merlin. During the reign of King Vortigern in the 5th century, in an attempt to stem the tide of Saxon invasion, the king decided to construct a fort on the hilltop. However, the foundations proved unstable, and the walls collapsed. Vortigern sent for the magician Merlin, who suggested that the earth below the proposed fortress be removed. When this had been done, a pool discovered underground was emptied, revealing 2 sleeping dragons, one white, one red. They woke and fought a fearsome battle until the white dragon was defeated and fled. Merlin told the king that this was a prophecy of the future, showing the sacred red dragon of Wales defeating the Saxon white dragon, a vision of the Celts driving the Saxons out of their land forever. The legend also tells us that this is why the red dragon appears on the Welsh flag. The view before you is virtually unchanged from the days when Sugin was a working copper mine. The miners emerging in the middle of winter would have had little time or inclination to appreciate the beauty of their surroundings. Put yourself in their place. Imagine for a moment emerging from the mine out into the winter darkness, wet, cold and tired. Wet clothes which froze on you as you walked, driving rain, fatigue. Those were the realities of working at Sugin. The pathway to your right will lead you back to the visitor centre. Thank you for visiting us at Sugin Copper Mine. And don't forget, tell your friends of the warm welcome that awaits them in the heart of Snowdonia. Hwyl fawr, a gobeithio'n wir y cawn i'ch gweld chi eto. We bid you farewell, and we do hope that we'll see you again soon.
Where I found this speaker board, and you've been listening to it as I've been walking down. Quite interesting about the red dragon and the white dragon, and yeah, it looks like I'm on the copper mine ground now, so I'm going to make my way down to the bottom. What a strange way to come out, or I wasn't expecting to come out here. Earlier on you saw me looking down to this platform, and I was actually right at the top there. So I've been right up the top there and over and down, so that's where I was earlier on. It's quite a long way up, isn't it? I'm not sure if there's going to be much more vlogging, but I will report in before I say goodbye.